The Undertaker breaks down in tears after hearing about Hulk Hogan's death. Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we've got some truly surprising and heartwarming news from the WWE Universe. In the world of professional wrestling, legends never truly die. They live on in the hearts of their fans, in the arenas where they performed, and the countless memories that define an era. But today, the wrestling world stands still. The unthinkable has happened. Hulk Hogan, one of the most iconic figures in WWE history, has passed away, and no one has been hit harder by this news than his longtime friend and rival. The Undertaker, known for his stoic presence and unwavering composure, The Undertaker has always been the silent guardian of the squared circle. But when the news of Hulk Hogan's death reached him, even the Deadman, the man who rarely shows emotion, broke down in tears. Today, we take you deep inside this heartbreaking story, exploring the legendary bond between The Undertaker and Hulk Hogan, the shocking moment of Hogan's passing, and the raw, emotional reaction from one of wrestling's greatest icons. The bond between titans. To truly understand why The Undertaker's emotional breakdown has shaken the wrestling community, we need to go back to the early 1990s, when two giants of the industry stood across from each other in the ring. Hulk Hogan was the face of professional wrestling, charismatic, larger than life, and adored by millions. But in 1990, a new force arrived in WWE, a mysterious, intimidating figure draped in black. His name? The Undertaker. Their clash at Survivor Series 1991 was a moment that changed the industry forever. It was the night The Undertaker defeated Hogan for the WWE Championship, proving he wasn't just another monster of the week. He was the future. But despite their fierce battles inside the ring, behind the curtain, Hogan and Undertaker developed something unexpected: respect. Hogan recognized that The Undertaker wasn't just another performer. He was a once-in-a-generation talent. And for The Undertaker, Hogan was a mentor, a man who taught him how to navigate the chaotic world of professional wrestling at the highest level. Their rivalry turned into friendship. They shared locker rooms, long road trips, and quiet conversations about the business they loved. Over time, the two men, so different in character, grew to understand one another in a way few others could. The news that shook the Deadman. It was an ordinary day until it wasn't. According to those close to The Undertaker, he was at home, away from the cameras and away from the spotlight, when his phone rang. The message was short and devastating. Hulk Hogan was gone. At first, The Undertaker didn't believe it. He sat there in silence, staring at the wall, his massive hands gripping the phone as if holding on to hope. But as the reality set in, something rare happened. The Deadman, known for his unbreakable demeanor, broke down. Mark Calloway, the man behind The Undertaker, wept for his fallen friend. He didn't cry often. He had built his life and career on toughness and discipline. But this was different. Hogan wasn't just another wrestler. He was family, a lifetime of memories. Those close to The Undertaker say that after the initial shock, he spent hours reminiscing about the early days. The grueling travel schedule, the sold-out arenas, the moments after the show, sitting in the locker room with Hogan, talking about the business and their love for it. One story stood out. In 1991, before their iconic title match, Hogan reportedly gave Undertaker a piece of advice that stuck with him for decades. "Kid, if you stay true to yourself, you'll never need anyone's approval. The fans will feel it, and they'll follow you forever." Those words became a guiding principle for The Undertaker throughout his legendary career. And now, in the wake of Hogan's passing, those memories came flooding back, heavier than ever. Sources say The Undertaker told close friends, "He wasn't just a colleague, he was my brother in this business. I owe a lot of what I became to him." As the news of Hogan's death spread, WWE immediately prepared a tribute fit for a legend. The company announced a special segment on Monday Night Raw, a 10-bell salute. And when the moment came, the entire locker room, past and present, stood shoulder to shoulder on the stage. Even The Undertaker, who rarely appears publicly, was there. As the bells echoed through the arena, cameras caught something that fans had never seen before. The Undertaker, wiping tears from his eyes. For decades, he had been the embodiment of fear, the phenom who showed no weakness. But that night, he was simply Mark Calloway, mourning the loss of a man who had defined an era. Fans online were stunned. Social media erupted with messages of love and support for The Undertaker, praising him for showing the world the depth of his heart. One fan tweeted, "Seeing Taker cry broke me. Hogan meant so much to him, and you can see it on his face." Another wrote, "This is the end of an era. Two of the greatest ever, and one has fallen." Undertaker speaks. A few days later, The Undertaker broke his silence. In an emotional video posted online, he spoke not as the Deadman, but as Mark Calloway. His voice cracked as he shared his feelings. "Hulk was one of the first guys to believe in me. We fought, we bled, we gave everything we had to entertain the fans. And through it all, we built a bond one can't even describe. Losing him, it's like losing a piece of wrestling itself." He paused, visibly holding back tears, before finishing with one final tribute. "I'll miss you, brother. Rest easy, and know that the Deadman will carry your memory forever." That video went viral within hours. Fans and wrestlers from all generations shared it, turning it into one of the most heartfelt tributes in wrestling history. The legacy lives on. Hulk Hogan may be gone, but his legacy is eternal. And no one knows that better than The Undertaker. At a private memorial organized by WWE, he reportedly shared a story about their final conversation. He told me, Undertaker said, "If I go before you, don't be sad. Just keep the business alive. Keep the magic alive. That's all I want." And in that moment, The Undertaker made a vow. He promised to honor Hogan's memory, not just by remembering him, but by keeping alive the values they've both stood for: respect for the business, love for the fans, and loyalty to those who came before. A farewell that shook the wrestling world. When the tribute show ended, the arena lights dimmed. On the Titantron, a final image of Hogan filled the screen. And then, something extraordinary happened. The Undertaker stepped into the ring one last time that night. He slowly removed his trademark hat, placed it in the center of the ring, and pointed to the sky. No words, no theatrics, just a man saying goodbye to a brother. The crowd erupted in chants of "Thank you, Hogan," mixed with tears and applause. Even in death, Hulk Hogan had brought the wrestling world together one more time. The Deadman wept. In the end, it wasn't The Undertaker's undefeated streak, his supernatural persona, or his chilling entrance that defined this moment. Hulk Hogan's death left a void that can never truly be filled. But thanks to The Undertaker, his memory will live forever. And as the wrestling world mourns, one thing is certain. Legends may leave this earth, but they never leave our hearts. Rest in peace, Hulk Hogan. You'll be missed, but never forgotten.